Yes. Is everyone ready? Let's clap. Okay, clap. Delivan, clap.
I just moved everything.
Camera. All right, Alex, clap.
Okay.
Oh, probably fix that.
All right, here we go. Wasn't a very good clap, but I think
Why don't you clap right next to the mic, guy?
it's right next to the mic.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a doozy.
Should be great.
Hey, are you guys ready?
Let's do this.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to episode 11 of the Can't Sit Still podcast, where we go through news and current event topics and try and make it as funny and informative as possible. Okay. Off the top,
I was gonna say, who's to your right?
We're technically, I guess I do introduce you guys. To my top right, I don't know if it's the same for you guys, Delivan.
Oh.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay, and then
if you imagined it, probably not this.
And then that's Alex.
Hey.
That's exactly what you would imagine.
If you're listening to the audio, which most of you probably are, we are recording video at the same time. We're probably going to put it up.
We're going to try, at least.
Looking at Delivan for confirmation. Yep, okay. Yep, we're probably going to put it up. Looking at Alex for the doubt and skepticism. All right, we might not put it up. Okay. Alex is back. He's in his school still, but we pulled him back in. And he said, please no. And we went, no, you're in.
By crazy demand, everybody asked for Alex back.
People couldn't get enough.
You never said that at all to me once before we
started. Dude, people were begging for it.
Nobody wants to let you have a big ego.
It's really weird how you put this in at the beginning, so I can't say anything otherwise. Because that would be really weird, you know.
Yeah.
So this is what we look like. To people who don't know what we look like, we're probably just fatter than what you thought.
Oh, at least two out of the three. Alex is in pretty good shape.
Decent.
Alex is in a shape.
We're in shapes. He's actually pretty decent.
Yeah, and I am very self-conscious about this beard. I have a haircut tomorrow, and I'm going to tell him just to mess with it.
Oh,
Take
your
care
robot
of it.
penis is covering it up, so you're good.
Okay, cool. My mic, great.
Yeah.
That I stole from the normal studio.
Which you sound great, by the way.
Hey, great.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
Mine's the only one that's visible.
I mean, mine's really bright red, so it'd be annoying.
Yeah, well, we got to look at Delivan, so that's
bright
annoying enough.
Well, that hurts.
Oh, we're also wearing our Can't Sit Still merch?
Yeah.
Stuck out of frame.
Alex doesn't have his yet.
It's en route.
It's not. Oh, give it to Jamie. Jamie's going back up. Jamie's in town.
Jacob already told you.
What?
Will she deliver it?
That's true. I'll ask. Well, no, she delivered my package from Alex today.
Okay.
Very quick transaction this afternoon. It was bing bong boom. You know.
So yeah,
Jamie then.
Let's get the podcast started. We go through news and current events that are just weird or crazy or left and center in 2020, and we make it funny and try and make each other laugh. I'll go first because normally I usually go first. This time we're doing a little bit different. Normally we put it in a bowl, fish bowl, and we pull it out. That's not just, we're all in our own homes, which is normally, this is how you would have figured that the podcast started with Corona. But now we just shoved each other in like a tiny room and we were like, nah, recording here.
We were spitting on each other and coughing and everything.
Breathing, no masks.
We seem fine. I mean, Jacob and I seem fine.
Excuse me?
We got to talk to you about something later, buddy. You're looking a little sickly.
Yeah.
So I'll start out. Herman Cain in some pain. Did you guys hear about Herman Cain?
Wasn't he the guy that died?
Spoilers. Herman Cain is an American politician, and he's most famous for being an American businessman, executive, writer, and Tea Party activist. He was born in Memphis, Tennessee, and grew up in Georgia. Graduated from Morehouse College with a bachelor's degree in mathematics. And he's in the news right now because his team that is in charge of his Twitter account tweeted out about how the virus isn't as deadly as the media made it seem, and he died of the virus a month ago.
Yes, because he was at the Tulsa rally.
Yep, and he died a month ago, and his team just said it's not that deadly.
I mean, I feel bad for laughing about it, but I mean that's just
on his still active
irony.
Twitter account, which seems weird. Why is his Twitter account still active? You want to follow him, Alex? Do you have the Twitter open?
Yeah, we need to follow him.
I can, yeah.
We'll
but
follow him later.
I feel like I felt a little bad at first, and then I remember I read more about it, and that Herman Cain himself was just an avid denier. You know, he went to the Tulsa rally, didn't wear a mask or anything, and I was just like, you know what, this is just karma. You know, it's just pretty funny at this point. You know, it's like 2020's way of like poking fun at us a little bit, I guess.
That was a little bit of here's a smile, everybody. Listen to this news story.
I mean, I feel bad, but I don't feel that bad. I feel just bad enough.
It's just ironic enough that it's like a type of story that you read about in 8th grade reading class. You know, when you're learning the definition of irony. It's like a firehouse caught on fire. You know, a broke man gets a wallet, and a coronavirus denier dies of the coronavirus.
Exactly.
His Twitter is now the Cain Gang.
Cain Gang.
Mm-hmm. Not to be confused with Yang Gang. This is the Cain Gang,
which we kind of support.
This is his Twitter is now run by his team and family, and it says the mission continues. So
to disprove the coronavirus.
He didn't do a very good job of it, that's for sure.
So that's the goal, because that's a stupid ass goal.
You know, he did the worst job at it, honestly.
It's just a lot of clickbait, pro-Trump stuff.
Oh, there's the glasses. We knew they'd come out at some point.
Yeah.
Hey, I just realized that my face looks like I just got sunburnt.
Well, through these orange lenses, they pretty much do.
You all do. Hey, what are you talking about? Orange? Those things are pink.
Are they really?
Yeah, you're colorblind.
They're pink, buddy. I put those on before. Those are pink as pink can be.
I don't know what you want from me.
They're pinker than my face right now.
Delivan, what's your next topic?
All right, my topic is the long con.
Oh.
So, a woman pled guilty for trying. Well, is it pled or pleaded? I think it's pleaded. Pleaded guilty. Is it pled?
Doesn't matter. Keep going.
Either way, guilty for trying to kill a roommate with bacteria that she bought on the dark net.
What bacteria? Was it just like penicillin?
Well, no. So 51-year-old Janie Lynn Ridd was or has pled guilty or pleaded, whichever you want, to buying bacteria that causes staph infection. And she would consistently knock her roommate out, and she would just.
How's she knocking her out? Just a fucking 1-2 punch to the face?
Yeah, just Mike Tyson.
Or like a chloroform type deal.
It's just typical roommate stuff. You walk into a room, you get your head hit with a board. It just
happens.
What it's
like? You walk in and you just get someone in a full Nelson, and you just keep them there until they black out.
It's just normal stuff.
That's normal. I mean,
people being people.
I mean, what do you guys do with your roommates?
We've all had roommates, and we all know wrestling.
Yeah. I mean, she just wakes up and she's just like, yeah, it's weird. I have a headache every night, but I never remember why.
It's kind of like that. There's a show on Netflix called The Politician, and it's about like a really fancy high school in California, and basically the class presidential race, and all these, and the main character views it as his first step of being president to the United States and his 30-year plan. It starts with him becoming class president, and in it there's a murder attempt where someone runs over a possum and then takes a bunch of BBs and shoves it in the dead possum, and then takes the BBs out, puts it in a BB gun, and shoots him in the ass. So the BB gets embedded in him, and he goes like septic, and he gets a bad infection, and the doctors can't really figure out like why his organs are failing, and because he's got possum blood in his ass.
That's the smartest dumb thing I've ever heard.
And the character who does it is fucking just so stupid. The dumbest character you could imagine. He's so dumb.
It's
a really good show, though. It's honestly a really good show.
It sounds, with that kind of writing, how could it not be?
I think season 2 just came out.
Cool. All right. So she was buying. So one thing that she bought was a strand of Ebola.
Oh no!
And then she bought a bunch of insulin in order to inject her with it, so that her organs would shut down from having too much. Like it couldn't process, or insulin over processes sugar, right? Breaks it down better. I don't know. Yeah,
breaks down sugar.
Looking at health guy to confirm.
Let's say health.
I don't think you can die from an over. I mean, I'm sure you can die
Sure,
if you
you
have
could.
way too much insulin. But
Anyway, so she was injecting her with, or not injecting her, but she was like giving her a bunch of Xanax. And
Fuck yeah, hell, I'm on board with that one. Wish my roommate would do that.
And then after a while, it just I don't even remember what else she was sedating her, not sedating, sedating her with. I don't. Yeah, I just my dumb ass wrote on here, injected her with various things.
Thanks,
But yeah,
Cass Delivan.
yeah,
Really helping us
exactly.
out there.
Really nailed that one. But yeah, so she injected her with a bunch of different stuff, and the main reason so I guess it started out like they were really good friends at the very beginning of it all.
how most roommate things start.
But yeah,
And then you end up hating each other like 2 months later.
The moment that Jacob moved into the apartment, I hated him immediately.
Instant friendship ender, dude. It was terrible.
Pretty much.
I was like, look at
him
him.
with friends.
Now all they do is bicker like married women whenever they're around each other.
That's actually true.
Not true at all.
No, son of a bitch, Jacob. But yeah, so after that, they just started growing apart more and more. Just random things started happening that kind of like, your typical roommate stuff where it's like, oh, you left the milk out. You're drinking straight from the carton. Stop touching my fucking milk. All that stuff.
Don't have sex with my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Don't have sex with the milk.
It's all just milk related. One person is just like, listen, I cannot stress to you enough how expensive this soy milk is and how much you're using it on your Frosted Flakes. And I gotta say, you're using an egregious amount of milk. Okay, and I've just asked you to slow it down. I didn't tell you to stop using the milk. You didn't. I told you to put the milk away. It's left out. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at dead in the eyes right there on the counter. Put the milk away.
It's like that astronaut meme where it's like, it's all milk. It always has been.
Always has been. My question is, if this person's smart enough to figure out the dark web and making purchases over the dark web, I feel like you just go for a hitman.
Well, hitmen are a lot more expensive.
Well, that's the whole
probably.
reason.
But I don't know how. Yeah, it's true. You could probably find a bad hitman.
How much? I wonder how much a strand of Ebola cost. Hold on.
I don't know that you really want to be looking.
That may be a good point. Let's use
my
phone and
go on the dark web.
Incognito. But yeah. So, anyways, over time, just she started realizing that, like, oh, she's starting to feel bad. Nobody really knows why it is that she's feeling bad. She had a back surgery, and then all of a sudden she was getting all these infections, and she was just like, I haven't been around anything that would cause me to have infections. And then somehow, I guess this Janie Lynn was posing as a school teacher on the dark web, trying to buy a strand of Ebola, and I guess the person that she was buying it from was an FBI agent. And so she was so like, if you think about it, it's actually a really good idea, because how are you really going to trace it back to her except for in this one way? And normally it's pretty discreet, right? So I mean, like,
they could just like open your computer and realize, oh, you had the application that it takes to download the dark web on your computer. Weird. Your roommate just got Ebola too. Weird.
Look at that.
I don't know.
Yeah, but could you really pin that? I mean, if you could go back,
I'm sure there's ways. I don't know enough about the dark web in order to.
Circumstantial evidence, probably at best, but I mean,
yeah.
What else would they have?
Like, if they didn't catch her directly directly buying, would they have ever caught her? I highly doubt it. I don't know how they could. I mean, because I don't think on the dark net there's probably a lot of like, here's your receipt of you purchasing a strand of Ebola.
I feel like that would be kind of counterproductive.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, you're there for the fact that there is no transaction. But like, the whole point of the matter is that I guess she was trying to take custody of her roommate's son, and because she said that there was apparently some verbal issues going on with her child.
How old's the kid?
I think he was 12.
Ooh.
And so, yeah, on that, they were just like, yeah, you know what? You're just crazy. So we're just going to, I think she only ended up getting sentenced. I think it was 5 to 20 years because of the method of how she was trying to kill him. And they more or less said it's up to the parole board if she ever gets out.
It's a big gap.
It is a huge gap, but it just blew my mind a bit. Like the whole sequence of that all happening, as to like her methods of doing it. Because normally you'd think, oh, you're getting on the darknet, get a hitman. Oh, but in this instance, the hitman's probably, I mean, that's traceable because all you do is catch the fucking hitman and then you figure
Some
out
like
who it is.
arsenic or something. Like, why would you go Ebola and insulin?
Well, because wouldn't arsenic kind of be questionable? You'd be like, well, how did the arsenic get in your system? If you get like Ebola, or if you get like,
I don't know.
the
If you
insulin,
got
maybe,
Ebola, they're probably going to look into her just as much.
well, they're going to look into her, but they're going to be like, well, this is a thing that just kind of happens on a daily basis. Arsenic doesn't just fucking happen on a daily basis.
Neither does Ebola.
Neither does Ebola, man.
Yeah,
Not in
it's more
America.
common than arsenic.
No,
Arsenic
it's not.
No, it's not.
No,
It
it's
doesn't
not.
just show up in the fucking system. But Ebola
Okay, dude,
can.
there's been 2 Ebola cases in America. People die of arsenic every day.
They just randomly ingest arsenic.
No, but fucking people get killed by arsenic more often than people catch Ebola. And you can look at her flight records and be like, oh, she never left America.
That's kind of my point, though, right? Is because if people die by arsenic every day, someone's normally doing it. People aren't just fucking taking arsenic.
Yeah,
themselves.
if she covers her tracks well enough, then she doesn't have to be. If she's already taken the precautions of covering her
But
tracks.
with Ebola, it could have happened in any way. It could have just shown up. She could have met with somebody that possibly was carrying the strain or anything like that. Like there's no way to be able to track Ebola directly back to her, but you can directly probably find arsenic. Like that kind of looks like someone's trying to kill you. And then at that point you go, well, who's the closest and who would have a reason?
Well, just watch this bitch shut down Boston because she tried to kill someone with Ebola and they just shut down the city.
Yeah.
Think of the news if this went the other way. Think of if she got the Ebola and we're talking about there's now an Ebola case during an already pandemic for coronavirus. Yeah. Now there's Ebola in America again.
I would say the country would shut down, but we all know that's a lie, so.
Yeah, no kidding.
I feel like this is one of those arguments where people are just going to text me and going to be like, what's Delvin even saying? Yeah, Delvin's wrong. I get those texts every week. I get Delvin's wrong texts every week.
One is traceable, one is not.
I don't.
Or I'll say,
or another form of poison. Another form of poison that's less traceable.
You can get arsenic from bad water.
Boom.
Can you?
Yeah.
Look at him Google it. Look at him Google.
Yeah.
Eyes darting around a Google page. I can tell.
You can get it from bad water. So I mean, that would be more feasible.
And what city was this in?
I don't even know that.
Great research.
Oh, kiss my ass, Alex. Where's your research guy? That's what I thought.
I didn't know I was coming on till like 2 days ago. So I've had class. I think it is true.
All right. But no, anytime I hear arsenic, I immediately think it's someone's killing somebody.
Remember when
I hear Ebola, I don't think Ebola is somebody trying to kill somebody. Now I'm going to.
Here's a better way. If I was trying to kill my roommate, if she's already, we don't know how, knocking her out, you could just mix bleach and ammonia and just like put her next to the bucket and make it look like she passed out from ingesting the bleach and ammonia combination, and then put like a sponge and rubber gloves in her hand and make it look like she was trying to clean. And just, I don't know, make a crime scene. I feel like there's someone there. I'm not putting in too much effort to try and figure out how to murder my roommate, but I feel like if someone was putting in...
got it.
Hey, FBI.
That's the FBI. I was calling the FBI. All right, hold on.
On his calculator, nonetheless.
I gotta go. No, but I feel like if someone's putting it, that's me putting in 5% of the FBI or how to kill someone. If someone's putting 100%, Ebola on the black market's the first thing they think of.
Well, yeah, there's other things that I would have thought about picking. Something a little bit more common that probably would have been, less suspicious.
She did it right. She's an idiot.
Yeah, no. I don't disagree with it. Like, because first of all, it was actually kind of working with the insulin because I guess her organs were shutting down. But for some reason, they figured that out, kind of balanced it out, and then was watching her for a while. So she said, taking too long. So she went to go get Ebola.
Well, they were probably like, look at the pancreas. Oh, it's swollen. Or whatever it does when you have too much insulin.
Well, wouldn't she see like the fucking prick marks on her body? Like, where was she getting injected?
She's cracking open syringes and pouring it down her throat while her roommate's asleep.
Because, like, what?
She just wakes up every day throwing up, going like, "My God, I really want cookies."
Do you just ever like do people just get normal random pinhole punctures in their body, or what the fuck?
You know what? there's a lot of stuff that happens to my
There's a
body.
lot to
I don't
unpack
even
about
begin to
this
question.
fucking story.
Oh yeah, but there's a lot of shit that happens to my body where I just go, huh, what the fuck happened there? Okay, and then I just move on.
Yeah, but I can understand like a cut or a scrape or like maybe like something because I get those too. But constantly little pinholes because there's got to be. There's got to be
Well,
somewhere. You
well,
think the girl
I
just like
don't know
wakes
about
up and is like, "Oh, that's
constantly.
weird."
Maybe her roommate's already doing heroin, so
Well,
you
that's part of
Then
know.
just
the
make her
abuse.
overdose.
Now,
Yeah, that's true.
what's cheaper, insulin or heroin?
Probably heroin.
Shit, probably heroin with the
Probably.
American system. So
Probably heroin. Man, that bitch is stupid.
Do you guys remember when it's kind of a little off topic, but you remember when Dr. Oz tried to get people to stop drinking apple juice because he said it had arsenic in it?
My mom came home,
I
dude,
don't
and
remember
she
that at all.
told me, she was like, "Hey, you got to throw out all your Sunny D," and I was like, "Why?" And she was like, "Because it has arsenic in it." I was like, "Mom, let me sit you down. Where'd you hear that?" And she's like, "I don't know. Someone at work said." And I was like, "Okay, let's talk about the idea that Sunny D's barely orange juice for a second. It doesn't even count."
Well, that's
Second,
why it has the arsenic in it.
I'm like, arsenic's like a chemical poison. It's not in. Like, how do you think the arsenic got in the oranges? She's like, pesticides. And I'm like, no, do you know what a pesticide is? Because it doesn't have fucking arsenic in it.
Mm-hmm. No,
And then she was
arsenic's
like,
natural,
and
but you
I
just
was
can't
like,
have too much of it.
this doesn't make any sense. She was like, hold on, let me Google something. And like 5 minutes later, she was like, hey, knock, knock, scratch that. It's not true. And I was like, all right, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
What do you think the most convoluted way to kill somebody would be?
You strap them to the top of a van and you make them play electric guitar. No, you strap them to the bottom of an alligator and make them fake their own death in a lake.
There you go. That's by far the
Yeah,
best
that's
way
how
to
you
do it.
the most convoluted to kill somebody is make them hang out with Delivan for 20 minutes.
Oh Jesus!
They'll be killing themselves.
Little too far.
He said in the Harry Potter episode that I got emotionally abused as a child.
That's true. That is also true. I was there for that one.
You did. Well, I'm not lying.
Did you
You are.
listen to our podcast that you weren't on, Alex? That's crazy.
Oh, weird.
That's weird.
Weird.
All right, you want to move on from this chick?
I gotta
Yeah,
go.
let's get away from this chick.
You guys hear about mosquitoes and not the flag?
Oh, wait. Question. Where's the Alex's topic?
We already
Alex,
said that I found out.
Alex, do you want this mosquito
You're
topic?
shit at doing what it is you're supposed to. I got you. Cool. Go ahead, Jacob. Go.
I have all the power. I can kick you whenever I want, Delivan.
This is his planet.
Try me, bitch.
Scientists are about to release hundreds of thousands of mosquitoes into the Florida area. Can you guess why?
I think I heard about this the other day.
It's super interesting. It's so that they can get it to be the new state flag.
No, isn't it a new genetically modified mosquito?
Yes, so it's a genetically altered mosquito, so that it needs to ingest a certain protein in order to survive. So the idea is that they are going to release these like 750,000 mosquitoes. Hello, dog.
Yeah, she's just there in the background.
Dog in the background. 750,000 mosquitoes into the Florida area that they are going to reproduce, and their offspring will have the same mutation, so that if they don't have this protein in like 2 weeks, they just die. And I've seen some studies done, this was a few years ago, that, so like they say, like, even if like the smallest insect to plant leaves an area, it will affect the food chain in that area. It is said that mosquitoes are one of the only organisms that if they just disappeared overnight, we'd be fine. Like, it wouldn't really overly affect any food chain across the world. And that just makes them more of a nuisance for how much diseases they spread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're trying to really, this is going to be a big push to eradicate them in like the swampland area.
Well, my main issue with it is that I feel like every time that a state or any government tries to introduce wildlife into any ecosystem, it just fucking never works.
You hear about it 10 to 20 years later, and they're like, the new invasive species, this is not going to work, and they're just going to release 750,000 mosquitoes that don't die in 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, they're actually going to live 20 times longer.
That would be sick.
They're going to start sucking like blood of alligators, and they're going to be like, oh, the alligators do have that protein, so...
Good
So I
apple.
guess it's actually
I
it's like a lab made protein, so that it's not naturally occurring. There's a 0% chance of these mosquitoes getting this protein in order to survive.
watch something out there just
Something's
all
got
of a
it.
sudden have it.
Some weird frog.
Yeah, that no one's ever heard of ever.
Yeah, but then they stop eating humans. They stop bugging humans, but then they attack
But
the
what if they
wildlife, and then
what
that
if they
creates the
don't
food chain
though?
problem.
They just occasionally suck the blood of the
They
frog.
hunt
Still
the
bother
animal.
humans.
They hunt the animal for sustenance. They hunt the human for sport.
Exactly.
That'd be terrifying.
Dude, there's a subreddit called Bad Sci-Fi Covers. And it's just really cheesy sci-fi novel covers from like the 80s. It's fantastic, but I feel like I would just see like a super mosquito as like one of those covers. I think it's super interesting. I hope this works because that's incredible. But you're 100% correct. Anytime the government tries to step in and introduce a new strand or a new species into an area, it always backfires. It's like Lake Michigan and the zebra oysters or the zebra clams.
Zebra clams, yeah.
Dude, it's awesome because Lake Michigan is like crystal clear through like 40 feet of water. But those zebra clams have wrecked parts of the environment. But the zebra, they filter water super efficiently. But they were just an alien species that got introduced, and now they're everywhere. And their shells are extremely sharp. They're razor sharp.
Got the shells
So,
of our feet.
yeah, well, not mine. Did you get cut?
Weird flex. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess my feet are just stronger than yours.
I guess you just
I'd
got wimpy feet. I guess. You know?
I guess, yeah.
No, but like with Illinois, like they've introduced so many things that I just feel like are terrible ideas. Like one is Russian autumn olive. Another one's like
sucks.
bobcats.
Wait, that's an alien species?
Asian carp.
Yeah. Asian carp.
Wait, Russian what? What's it called? Russian
Autumn olive.
Russian autumn olive.
It's a
autumn.
bush.
I remember having this conversation with you because you say autumn olive as one word, and I remember googling like how do you spell autumn olive? Like OTT like, but it's autumn, like the season.
Yeah,
olive.
Which is what I'm saying. I'm just not giving it a lot of space in between.
Right. I remember this conversation.
Russian autumn olive.
There you go.
But when I say it, Russian autumn olive.
Yeah.
Automatopoeia.
There it is. It's a Russian onomatopoeia.
That's exactly what it is. All right. Do we want to move on to the next one?
Sure. What's your next one? Alex, you want to go next?
Yeah.
It wasn't funny the first time, guys.
We'll get ready to do this.
Okay. You can't have two while the rest of us have one.
Penises.
Yes. Alex, a guess? Don't say penises.
Can't have
I already said it.
The rest of us have one.
Wives. That's
It
just
is
Utah.
wives.
Oh,
It is
whoa.
wives.
So what's the problem here?
Oh no.
All right. So a wedding announcement goes viral because the groom's ex-wife finds that he was cheating on her by reading the New York Times wedding section. The woman,
ballsy.
The woman, yeah. Well, the woman, while reading the New York Times section, came to the realization that she was being cheated on at the time.
Did it say like they started dating in like April 2017, and she was like, "We got divorced in August 2019."
Well, hold on. I'm about to read that point. She came to find out that her ex-fiance, met his new girlfriend, or I guess now fiance, in January of 2017. Which is funny because at that point they hadn't split up until March of 2017 and weren't officially divorced until January of 2018. I should specify that. And so I guess she went on this big social media rant, just like ripping him. And like everybody was saying, yeah, no, she's totally right. She's totally right. Well, he came out and he said, hold on. That's not how this happened. He said, technically we were split up much, much earlier than what it is that she's saying we split up. And not only that, but he was like, I've never cheated on her, never wanted to cheat on her. We
divorce her though.
Yeah, he was like, we actually split up in like late 2016, and then I met my new fiance in 2017, and and then
what happened to you, dog? Where you at? lost your camera. Oh no, now the mic's gone. Thank God.
What?
This is the best part of the
What?
podcast.
Oh no! Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Is
you're
it
back.
bad?
You're back. No,
No, you're good.
I'm
You
back.
sound normal.
Okay.
We'll cut that
All right,
part.
cool.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. Yeah, but all right. So yeah,
Yeah,
more or
but all
less.
right, so yeah.
Well, how about you suck a dick? I'm trying to
All
catch my
right.
grounding again. How about that? Yeah. All right.
So yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
The marriage ended in either way in March of 2017. There was
They
a
agree
whole-
on that part.
They
Okay.
agree on that part. Like it was officially over.
This guy's dumbass
no,
going
I'm sorry.
around.
That's my bad. They were officially split up in January 2018. That they agree on. They are 100% on the right on it. He says that they split up in December of 2016, and he met her in January 20. It's not like it was a lot of time in between. He really wasn't sulking his oats there. He just
could be-
immediately jumped right in.
Total possibility that he says they broke up or separated in December 2016 or whatever date you just said.
Mm-hmm.
And she was unaware. He just thinks to
Good.
himself
He
that
did say that they were in a mutual agreement of that. Like they split up at that time so that he was free to do whatever it is that he wanted to do.
He
hey,
could
you
have.
might want to reclap to sync up, by the way, because your camera just cut out.
Well, I'm a little late on that now.
Yeah, I
aren't
just thought of that. Nah, fuck it.
It's fine.
I mean, either way, I'm gonna have to cut stuff out. It's not gonna matter. But yeah, so what do you guys think of the situation? Who's
You
in the
think
right?
you think he was just like getting ready to she was getting ready for work one day. He's like, she's in the shower and everything. He's like, oh, by the way, we're splitting up, and she thought that he said like, oh, I'm going to get eggs or something after work, and she was just
Like when you knock
sure.
on the door and someone says like in a minute, and they heard come on in, and so they open the door.
Yeah.
And then you see your roommate naked, and you're like, "What?
No, that's
Why'd
not
you
what
tell
happened.
me to come in?" He's like, "I didn't." It's like, you ever have that happen?
Yeah,
No.
Alex.
Yeah, no, I saw
Whatever
it. I
happened.
saw it on a TV show once. It didn't happen to me
Yeah.
either.
Yeah. All right.
Weird.
But no,
Anyway.
what actually happened was that the husband just goes, "Hey, I think we should split up," and then like just turns to himself and goes, "Yeah, I totally think so too."
They're at
It's
the
like,
zoo.
"Oh, we're good."
They're at the zoo. She wants to see the penguins, and he's like, "I'm really all about those lions." And she's like, "Let's split up." And he's like, "I've been waiting for you to say that."
Yeah.
He took her to the zoo just to hear her say
He
that.
baited it in. He goes, "I know she's gonna want to see those fucking penguins, and I don't give a shit about those penguins. We're
And he's
splitting up. We're getting a divorce today. I'm gonna pull like a demon from like an old school like Bible story. I'm gonna trick him into saying his name backwards." And
he records it, and he's just like,
see, she said
he's
it.
like-
She said, "Let's separate. Let's split up."
yeah, he's like, "Your Honor, I like to produce the evidence saying that we would like to split." And you can tell where he like cut out some of the audio and then respliced in the audio, almost like he waited for her to say "split up" at some point.
And he put it together.
It's
Yeah,
like
he just like put it together. He's like, "Case and evidence. Can't say that there's any other way that that's
Yeah,
supposed to
yeah.
be."
It's just, hey, David, do you want to split up?
It's like those videos
See?
where they make
I-
Obama sing like songs and shit. And
Yeah,
usually, like,
it's a deep fake video, but with like shitty audio.
Just the worst. But yeah, so I kind of think he's in the right here, and the only reason I say that is because for
Based
one,
off
they're
what
already-
information?
They're already
Okay,
they are split
yeah.
up.
At this point, it's a
And
moot point.
yeah,
They've been
it's a moot
separated for
point.
3 years.
I don't really think it matters. I think she's just making a big deal.
Unless
out of
she wants
nothing.
to like
you
go to court and try and get something else out of like alimony or get some more property. But I think at this point, a judge would be like, "You've been separated for 3 years.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
Give
kind
it
of
up."
redundant. Yeah, and that's why I'm like, I think he's in there. I think she was kind of being a little bit petty about it, and be like, "Oh, well, he cheated on." Well, I mean, it falls in the timeline. Even if you guys did officially split up in March of 2017, you guys probably weren't having the greatest relationship leading up to that. So I mean, it's not that big of a deal. At least I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think the guy's kind of getting some excess flack. That
I get why she went crazy ham on Facebook. Yeah, that guy's a dick if she's right in the situation. I get why she would throw a fit, but it's like, other than that, what's the point here?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I guess I'll give you that one.
For the next topic, Alex, what's yours?
Mine is how to ruin your friendships in 3 easy moves. Step 1:
Steal all of his jokes. Does it steal all his jokes?
Bring up unnecessary things over and over again until they realize how much your friendship really matters. Oh, really?
Pretty shitty topic. I'm gonna go to next to mine.
Okay.
At least you brought one. So.
Hey, I'm gonna let you choose mine. I'm gonna give you 4 of my titles,
Mhm.
and you choose which one you want me to talk about. All right. The first one is mystery seeds.
Okay.
The second one is quit licking them fingies. The third one is dying in a locked car, and the fourth one's just Mario.
Oh.
Let's do the fingies.
Yeah,
KFC has temporarily halted the use of their popular slogan "Finger licking good," and turned their using more tongue and cheek catchphrases due to coronavirus, trying to tell people don't lick your fingers because of the virus. So they stopped on all their billboards. It's just like wink, wink, nudge, nudge, don't lick your fingers kind of stuff.
In the past year, how many times have you gone to KFC?
Once, and I was just there getting food for someone else. I didn't eat.
Oh, what about you, Alex?
I don't think any.
Yeah, me neither. It's not like it's that big of a concern. They really don't have too many people.
Since my wife took me to Popeyes, I've never went back to KFC.
Well,
yeah,
it's
not great.
Popeyes is superior to KFC. KFC's so boring.
Yeah. I mean, their crispy chicken is good when you want just like a really crispy fried chicken, but it doesn't have like the same flavors or anything that Popeye's chicken has.
No, it's not nearly as good.
Since they are competitors and everything.
Oh shit, he brought it up. I was gonna be like, I don't know if we're gonna end up doing the video idea that we were talking about. I'm not gonna bring it up if that's the case, but then Alex just fucking threw it down.
No,
we won't talk about it.
Nobody else knows about this.
That was a store topic argument that had a lot of screaming involved. And I thought about it halfway through this. I wrote the script. I did not think about it at all. I brought it up. I didn't think about it until I said the word Popeyes. I was like, fuck, one of them's going to bring it up. Someone's going to bring up the Popeyes, KFC, Chick-fil-A argument, and I'm going to lose my mind.
So we don't have to debate it. Should we just outline
I
argument?
won't debate it, but I will say what is true, and then you don't talk. Does that sound fair to everybody?
No.
Okay.
I want you just to outline. I just want you to outline what it is the debate is.
Okay, so the outline of the debate is that KFC
is that Alex is fucking wrong.
So it's true. So the outline of the debate is that KFC, Chick-fil-A, and Popeyes are competitors.
No, you said
direct competitors.
There you go.
And I stand by that.
And
KFC spokesman said that the slogan will be back in a statement. We just have to wait for the right time.
Okay.
It's the end of the.
Why don't you give us the what was the first topic?
Mystery seeds.
Yeah, let's hear that one too.
So this happened a few months ago, and I didn't bring it up because I wanted the full story to figure out what the hell happened. And I saw this all started. I saw a TikTok. And I thought it was a nice, innocent. This dude is a huge gardener, and he got big over TikTok because he has a balcony on his apartment, and he grows nice different flowers, and he teaches them about it. It's like a flower educational type of thing. And he ordered seeds, and instead he got these weird mystery seeds with like Chinese packaging. And he's like, "Oh, they sent me the wrong seeds. I can definitely tell these aren't my seeds, but I'm going to plant them anyway and figure out what they are." 2 days later, I see an alert from the government that is urging people, do not plant any mystery unknown seeds that you get from China. So it had been reported at the time when I first looked into it. It was like 15 states, 14 to 16 states. It has now been reported in all 50 states that people are receiving mystery seeds that they did not order. So it just happened to line up with this guy. The stars aligned that this guy is a flower YouTube channel and ordered seeds, and he got mystery seeds. All these other people in every other 50 states said they did not order any and got Chinese writing on a package that had mystery seeds in them. And the government was, what's up?
I got a question.
Yep.
Do you think that if you plant them in the ground and you pour water on them, you get those little foam dinosaurs?
Well, it says right here that the fear is that they would grow large enough to get to the giant kingdom above. So,
yeah, that makes sense.
Oh.
I mean, well, they always grow 6 times their size.
Someone here said they traded cows for them. Anyway, they said that they were urging people not to plant them because they didn't know what they were. Hey, Layla, how about you get down?
What the hell are you doing?
His dog jumped up on his counter
That's
in
the
the
second time
background.
she's done that, by the way.
Oh, how about
Yeah,
we say something then? All right.
I did.
Well, you did. He didn't.
Right, yeah, that's true.
She was just chilling.
So they were afraid that it was going to be a dangerous invasive species to wherever they planted them. So after some time, which is what the article I read said, there have been 14 species identified. That is not all of them, but 14 have been identified as some were mustard, cabbage, morning glory, and then herbs like mint, sage, rosemary, and lavender. That's all it is.
So they're just normal seeds that just got
It's just
probably
normal seeds. Just
mispackaged.
normal seeds.
This is
Yeah,
just
but no one knows why they're getting sent out. They don't know where it's coming from. They still have some like unknown seeds that haven't been identified yet, but they don't know why people are getting these across all 50 states.
Maybe there's just like a little
It's
Chinese
literally
like
just a
factory that's
marketing
just wanting to make people's day.
Yeah, it's just marketing.
Someone got some data and was just like, shit, send. I bet if you look into these people, they all ordered the same like 5 things from Amazon.
Mhm.
And so there's probably a link somewhere. But yeah, just mystery seeds that I was like really hoping I was like be like a poisonous form of something, be like a biohazard attack on the United States, something, because that's just
Groot.
so 2020. Be Groot, but it's just rosemary.
Uh,
It's just mustard.
Well, China's hearing about how bad we have it right now, and they're like,
Uh-huh.
"Well, we'll send them seeds. We don't want to send them food directly because then that kind of seems bad. But if we give it to them,
The Americans are fat enough; they have enough food. Send them something to plant their own. They need veggies.
Exactly.
So yeah, that was the mystery seeds. I'm disappointed, but also relieved.
yeah.
Yeah, that
Yes.
makes sense.
Delvin, you got one, or do you want me to go through my other 2?
No, we'll go. I got one here.
Alex, do you have one?
Oh, he's leaving.
Leaving. Oh no, he's gonna. Where are you gonna move to this time? A different city?
Maybe.
Quitter. Anyway, Delvin, what's up?
Yeah. So my next topic is eviction by destruction.
Oh,
Yeah, right. It's
TNT. That's how you
it-
evict people nowadays.
I'm gonna tell you, it's not as fun as that. I wish it were
Why you
because
bringing it up?
yeah. All right. So this I think it's Halifax landlord. Yeah, is it? Cool. Landlord, he tried to get rid of his tenant by taking their doors, windows, and faucets.
Ooh.
It's like an abandoned building at that point. I feel like you're doing more damage than you are.
Well, okay, so the story
changed
here
the law.
is, but no, I mean, yeah, that would fix it, I guess, but I guess these people just kept breaking into it, which once I get into the story, you kind of you already hear the actual solution that should have been handled, but instead the way that he handled it was so much more fucking silly, I guess. So I guess these people their lease had been up for 4 months and they
Jesus.
couldn't find anywhere else to live. So they were really down on their luck. Didn't really like they had been looking.
We've
So
all been
it's not
there.
like- we've all been there. And on that, he just couldn't get them to leave. So what he started doing is that the first day he took their doors. Well, actually, at first he shut off their power
Okay, yeah.
because that is your first move. So they shut off the power. Then after
Are they paying rent though?
no,
Okay, that's a problem.
no.
This
That's the
sounds like a reverse of the first 7 days of Earth. Like instead of at first there was light.
he dismantles. He dismantles.
At
the
first he
entire-
took their doors.
and then he
then-
took their animals, the dogs, the cats. Those are out of here. Get those. Heavens and the earth. Get rid of them. Lights out.
No,
Don't
they
need
don't.
them.
No, they're not paying
The
rent. They don't
water.
get 'em.
The water. Cut it off. No more faucets. Get rid of those sinks.
Do you think God will ever do that? Just be like, these motherfuckers haven't paid their dues in a while, so I'm gonna shut off.
They stopped sacrificing those goats. I loved getting those goats.
He's just like waiting.
At first, I didn't really know what the hell they were, but now
I got quite
No,
the taste for him
feeling
after
the
a while.
I'm really feeling those goats.
Just wait until he has a Wendy's 4 for 4. He's gonna lose his mind.
50 nuggets.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Oh, but we could be.
I wish we were sponsored. But So they turns off the power. He says, "No more power for you. You're done." They don't leave, and
Why would
he starts getting even more pissed. So
Mhm.
he takes their doors. They still don't leave. They have nowhere else to go. So he gets even more pissed off, and he says, "Fine, I'm gonna go ahead and take your windows." All right, takes the windows. Still not leaving. So what does he do next? He takes their faucets, and then
Outta
they
here.
still don't leave. So here's what he does next, which is probably the first step he should have actually done. I mean, shut off the lights, fine. He probably should. This should have been his next step after the lights.
Mm-hmm.
Is that he goes to a bailiff and he says, "I need you to forcibly remove these people," and the guy they just won't do it because of the fact that the economic times of what we're in. They say, "Well, you can't really evict a tenant." Well, here's where the problem is: not a tenant anymore. There's no lease. They're not paying anything. These are just squatters at this point.
Yeah.
So they should have absolutely no issue to go in there and pull these people out.
But if
But
they
they're not
sit
doing
in that building for 20 years or however long
What?
was
What's
it?
the squatters' rights laws of the state? Because in Illinois, it's like 17 years.
Yeah,
So if they just last it for like 1,000 more months, dude, they can keep the building.
They're just sticking it out. I respect.
Do you think at some point he just gets so petty that he just tears down the building and he's like, "Fuck you"?
Burn
I
it
don't
for the
even
insurance money and then claim it was their fault.
Yeah,
That would have been a better idea than what he started with.
no shit. He just he did it. I mean, it's like warning shots, really. It's just like it's lights. Now it's doors. It's windows next. Now you're out of fun. What's the next step?
Kneecaps.
I mean, now that the bailiff won't do anything, what's the next step after that?
Kneecaps. Uh-oh, my dogs are coming up.
Oh, good.
Oh boy, here they are.
There they are.
Here he is. Here's that one. Where's the other one?
I don't think you can hear them because you have to be right up on your mic.
Yeah, my mic's.
Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what the next steps are. I mean, do you start taking down walls? Like you got to start taking down
I think
walls.
you take down one wall and then you build another one back and make them pay for it is the only good option that you have. Because at that point, I don't know what's going to get them out.
Do you think that he would get back rent?
No, out of him, no.
No.
You can't get him out of the house. You think he's gonna get any money out of him?
Well, okay, they're going to court right now over this because they hired a lawyer to say, we're really tired of this guy hassling us. Well, get out of his fucking house.
That's true. Well, I get both sides. I bet they have nowhere to go. And it's like, what are your other options? But for him, he's like, I'm not making any money off this. And this building has a mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
Like you guys are actively screwing me. I could fill this place to get money to afford to have it. And I totally get why, but I feel like he's just going about it in such a Looney Tunes way.
Well, okay. So the other part that I should have added to this as well is that apparently they weren't very good tenants at all. Like they were constantly yelling and getting fights with the neighbors, constantly late on the rent and everything. Like, because the other solution is, they're looking for a place, just let them keep renting that place. But they were apparently really bad. They got into big fights all the time, so that really doesn't work.
Is it kind of like your old neighbors?
Apparently, yeah.
Those guys sucked.
Yeah, they weren't great. But yeah, so on that, I just don't. I don't know what your next step is after that. I mean, because you've taken the faucets. The power's already off, so it's not like taking the light fixtures matter.
Ariana, you're gonna get.
Can you take the toilet? You take the
Yeah.
toilet, they gotta leave. Or they just start going to a gas station or something.
Could you
You
call
take,
that?
you take the toilet. Dude, well, do you remember what my old roommate used to do with Ariana? I can see your hand playing with the dogs right now. Oh my god. There goes the basketball.
Oh,
Whatever, you guys have a good time. You keep doing you. But so my old roommate, we had one bathroom. It was me, my wife, and my roommate. And I'm sorry for the people who are on audio. My wife's playing with the dogs right now, and they are. It's hilarious. So whenever my wife was like doing her hair or makeup in the bathroom, my roommate was too like nervous or anxious or thought it would be rude to ask her like, "Hey, can I take a shit real quick?" So he would just drive like a mile and a half to the nearest gas station and just use the bathroom. And when he finally told me, I was like, dude, ask her to leave. I was like, you pay for this place too. And I even told Ariana about it. And I was like, yeah, he said, and she was like, that's ridiculous. Like, yeah, just ask her to leave. And he was like, well, it's not all bad. I get sodas and snacks. So
At least he's looking at the bright side.
Like 4 months, this guy was like, oh man, I have to go to the bathroom. He would drive a mile out of his way to go to the bathroom and then just get some pop, get some soda, some Rice Krispies.
Soda, or do you call it pop?
I call it soda because I'm normal.
Some people call it suds.
Suds?
Suds?
Yeah, they call soda and like beer suds.
Oh, and beer? How do you know what you're asking for?
It's like a Canadian thing, apparently.
Oh, they got Tim Hortons and whatever.
Yeah. Weird.
That's just the explanation anytime you say, oh, Canada.
But could you call it like that Dog the Bounty Hunter guy and just be like, bro?
Did he die?
Get the hell out of this house or I'm going to just bring a whoop.
No, his wife did.
But yeah, have him come up and just like bang on pots and pans 24/7 and you could probably hire someone off the street to do this.
That would be the best episode of Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Well, okay, so his big issue is right now is that because normally you would just go through an eviction process, which you just file everything, and then you would tell them, you have so long to leave. If you don't, then I can forcefully move you, everything like that. But since the bailiffs won't just come and get him, he doesn't have a right to evict because he's not evicting anything. They don't have a lease, so he's in such a weird predicament.
I think in every sense, the landlord here is in the right. Morally, you kind of want to help the people out who are down on their luck. But if they keep at it, he's going to soon be down on his luck. He's going to be moving in, going, this is the only property I got left. Looks like we're not paying the bank. What locks are they going to put on the doors? I took them.
Do you think that they start getting passive-aggressive back to him and start putting faucets back in? And they start putting their own windows in.
At that point, just pay the rent. If you can afford to pick faucets and put stuff in there, just pay the fucking rent.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, is that they aren't paying rent because they don't have a lease, and he doesn't want to give them a lease.
So do they have the ability to pay?
Smart, he would.
So they do have.
So they have the ability to pay rent.
Yeah.
Oh, these people are. Oh my God, assholes! No, I thought they both lost their jobs to COVID. Little Timmy needs surgery. They're not going to get their goose on Christmas. No, these guys are dicks. They're holding out money and they're just going to live there. No, this landlord's totally in the right. I mean, yeah, he's doing it like Yosemite fucking Sam. But no, those guys suck. Go to hell.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way that I was seeing it too. I mean, you would just if I were the landlord, I'd just be like, the moment you can get out, get the fuck out. Just keep paying me month to month. We'll figure it out from there. And then at a certain point, you have to be like, are you actually even looking? Like, I'd start sliding other applications for other places under their door and just being like, I'll give you the best reference in the world, even though it's a fucking lie. I'll just give you a reference.
I hope he sues, and I hope they have to pay the 4 months of back rent. I would have to pay a year's worth of back rent. Those guys suck that hard.
Yeah, that's pretty shitty.
Yeah, it's not great. I just... The way this guy's going about doing it, like he has to get pretty creative.
No, he's going freaking Elmer Fudd trying to get Bugs Bunny out of that damn hole. Like, I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's doing it in such a weird, out of turn way. The power is the only thing that I'm like, the windows, doors, sinks. When did he get in there to take out the sinks that he couldn't just be like, you know what, box up their shit? What's happening with these dogs
while they're at work? And here's the other part. Maybe what he does is he goes and puts the windows back on, he puts the doors back on, and then he puts a fucking hose through one of the windows and just tries to hose them out.
Why didn't he just change the locks when they were at work? Instead of taking the doors away. They were going to
break in either way.
Then call the cops on them.
But clearly that didn't help. They're already...
Dude, the local law enforcement is not handling this in the way that they should. Because that's the due process of this situation is you... change the locks. If they break in, they are now breaking and entering to a property that they no longer have right to, and they're breaking into your property. You call the police, you get them out of there. And at this point, he has told them to leave. It is his property. They have no claim to it. They're not paying for it. They have no written lease. They are still on it. And yet he goes to the law enforcement. They say, hey, can you go on get them? And they say, nah. Like, what are you talking about, man? Nah, put the donut down, Chief Wiggum, and go get the fucking criminals. What are you doing?
We got a cut and dry case here, dude. It's that easy.
This is going to be the easiest arrest and paperwork that you've made in your entire life, and you'd rather just go circle to Circle K.
But
just going like See if we can catch any skaters. What are you doing? So stupid.
It's paperwork though. They don't want to do paperwork.
Yeah, no paperwork. Not a fan. Not a fan.
I'm just really here to write tickets. It's like, come on, man.
I just got a quota to fill, and if I fill that, then I gotta pay a raise. So this is a little too much work for me. So
do you think the problem is that the guy never learned how to write, and so he's just like, if I never have to do anything, then I just never have to write anything. So
Question 1 on the police form is like, what's the number for 911? And he's like, oh, starts to sweat. Well, do you want to go next, Alex? All right, I'll go.
What's that? Sorry, I about fell asleep there by using the same joke.
I got dying in a locked car and Mario. What do you want to do? Can we? Hey, can you edit in the Jeopardy music?
Let's do dying in a locked car.
Yeah.
Florida woman was locked in her husband's squad car while going to get something out of the back seat. The door supposedly shut on itself, leaving her locked in the car in the Florida heat for over 90 degrees for over 4 hours. The police ruled it an accident and are investigating the situation. All the people in the general area are basically saying this fucking cop pushed his wife into the backseat of his squad car that have automatic locks. You can't open from the inside the back seats of a squad car, and had a gate. Go on, get him. Sorry, my dogs are fighting. And they have a gate separating, so she was just stuck there, and he ruled it off as a murder. Now, if that's true, it was Florida woman, so I could definitely see that she got herself trapped in a car.
But it's also Florida man.
So I could definitely see that a Florida man murdered his wife by trapping her in a car.
Yeah.
Both of these are very likely scenarios, but since he's a cop, this is not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I just realized something. In 2 episodes, we got a Florida man episode.
Oh my God! Wait, no.
Yeah.
How? How is episode 13?
Well, what's 13 divided by 4? Or multiplied by 4?
It's 52.
Oh, so is that how we're doing it? I thought I didn't know that's how we...
4 episodes a year.
I thought we...
Hey, everybody, get ready for... I thought we were doing it like every 20.
Yeah, I thought that's what we... We'll have to look at the archives.
Archive.
Archive. Oh.
What the hell's wrong with you? All right, that's it. That's a series wrap for Alex Bell, everybody. That's a series wrap. So...
Jesus.
So that's basically all of that story. Just a woman. I thought that an adult woman can survive in a car for more than 4 hours at 90 degrees.
What a shitty way to go.
I would have thought that it would suck, but I figured she probably could have lived through that.
Was she not wearing shoes or anything to break the windows?
Well, no, it's a cop window, so it had bars on the window.
Oh, okay.
So she couldn't break it, because I thought the same thing. I was like, could she not get that open? And but so many people are like asking, like, what is a civilian woman going in the back of a squad car to get? That she's like, oh, I forgot this in the squad car, and it's in the back seat. It's like, that doesn't add up at all.
She was taking a nap back there, left something, had to get back in there, and she died. That's what happened.
That's what they're reeling it off as. That's what the article said it to be. But boy, you go in those comment sections, and they are very ACAB right now.
Well, with today's society, that makes sense.
It does, and it's such a Florida episode story that you go, it's such a toss up. What is it? Who did it? Who done it?
Because it is like, they just do the weirdest shit down there. So there very well might have been something in that car. She was going in there, and she did, and that did happen. And at the same time, it's also a Florida man that could have just pushed her in there.
Where was he?
Fucking die.
Where was he at? Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't say where he was.
Oh, my wife's been gone for 4 hours. Oh,
but also, I think she's in the middle of a residential area. You could probably scream loud enough that someone would be like, someone's stuck in that car.
Yeah.
In all fairness, I would have been like, oh, my wife's been gone for 4 hours. Fucking thank God.
This is lit. I would not be surprised at all if I texted Ariana at like 1 and I was like, hey, where you at? Where you doing? And then at like 9 p.m. she was like, oh, just hanging out.
Well, no, but if the cop car's home, that means he's probably home.
Unless they have a civilian car and he was like out like golfing or something.
Could be, yeah.
Which would be his alibi if he was somewhere else.
Yeah.
But if he was just taking a deep 4-hour sleep, like a nap in the middle of the day. Oh my guy.
Yeah, that's a little sketchy.
Hey, did you guys hear about the this is something to kind of go along with it. There was a guy that crawled in the back of a woman's car in the trunk, and they can't tell if the woman killed him and was trying to dispose of the body,
Or
or
if he died in there.
if he crawled in there to try to kill her and died in there.
You'd have to look at the cause of death.
You would, right? I mean, because
if it's like heat exhaustion, you'd be like,
she tried to kill him, just like shoved him in there, shut it, and was just like, it'll take care of the rest.
I mean, that would be a weird way to do it.
I've heard of weirder, but
I've heard, yeah, you'd have to look into this guy. Oh, that's an interesting story. I want to look into that.
Yeah, I didn't do a whole lot of looking.
Man, I totally forgot. Me and you have an update from last week.
What's the update?
The girl who was trapped in the body bag.
Oh no, that's right.
She was special needs, and that's kind of why she had a weird response to being stuck in a body bag, because she was a special needs person, so she didn't like. I don't know why she found enough comfort to just stay still. I didn't look into it too much, but my mom texted me and was like, "Hey, by the way, my mom listens. I wonder how she's going to react to that story of the cyanide inside of the orange juice." But
arsenic, but
whatever. But yeah, so she had special needs anyway.
Yeah, man, right over that. But yeah, so now my question is, I feel like it had to be he crawled into there in order to kill her. But the thing about it, and the reason I say that is because normally most trunks have like a little latch. You can pull on the latch and it opens.
Well, new cars do, but I wouldn't be surprised. Was it an older car?
And I don't know. I didn't read enough into it to see if it was a newer or older car. Classic. And then my question is, even though if that were the case, you're still in there and you should be able to pull it in order to get out. So either way, I don't know that.
I would have to look at the scene of the crime. Did he look like he was struggling to get it? Well, you know what? Even if he put himself in there, once he realized, I'm about to die, like it's very hot or I'm suffocating, he probably would have been wrestling around trying to get out of there. So you can't really look at that as evidence. But cause of death, if it was suffocation and he didn't have any bodily wounds, I'd say he probably suffocated in the car. Heat exhaustion, he probably died in the car himself. I can't imagine that a woman. Oh no, dude, make noise, dude. Hell yeah, dude, slap it.
Sorry.
That a woman's the best way. This is how that roommate should have killed her roommate. Shove her in a trunk. And be like, fake a note, being like, haha, pranked you, and then be like, oh, she's dead. She tried to prank me, but she's dead. Oh, she's dead.
That's still manslaughter, man.
Not if you didn't do it.
Oh no, you're saying she.
Yeah, she's trying to frame the friend is trying to prank her. Okay. Because apparently she's knocking her out some way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you have another topic?
Xanax.
Xanax. No. All right, I got one more, and then we want to wrap up.
Yeah.
So Delivan knows about this because I texted him about it. Did you see all the Mario news, dog? I'm so excited about all the Mario news.
Oh, all the titles coming to the Switch?
Wait.
I'm going to clarify this story, motherfucker. I sent it to you.
I would have found it without you, so.
No, you wouldn't have. You were so excited when I fucking told you.
Dude, Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy coming to the Switch. And there's a Mario Battle Royale.
A what?
Mario Battle Royale. It is everyone. It's kind of like Tetris 99. Did you ever play Tetris 99? It's 99 people playing Tetris at the same time. The last one to lose wins, I guess. That was a dumb way of rewarding it. So it's 35 people because it's the 35th anniversary of Mario. So they made lasagna. Okay. It's the 35th anniversary of Mario. So they made Mario 35, and it's 35 people playing the classic Mario Bros. From stage 1. Every time you kill an enemy, it goes to someone else's screen. So if you can rush through and get to higher levels and start throwing higher level enemies at other people, and let me tell you, I'm going to dominate this game. You cannot verse me. I am peak human precision and perfection at the original OG Mario Brothers. You cannot convince me otherwise. I am literally the best player. I'm the best in the game, best in the West, and I'm from the East Coast. You cannot beat me.
You're from the Midwest.
Yeah,
it's a music lyric.
No.
Yeah, we don't get that. So
why don't you speedrun things and stuff? Since you're clearly the best, why don't you beat the speedrunners at their game and stuff?
It's like because I don't even need to because I'm so much better that it's like to stoop down to their level, it would be beneath me, you know.
No, that checks out.
Sure,
You
yeah.
can't make like a shit ton of money just doing that if you were that good.
I am that good.
Then why don't you
So
do
make
it?
a shit ton of money.
Because it's beneath. Because I have a job. I don't want to take the food out of the nice gamers' mouths on Twitch. Okay.
Oh, okay.
You would
All
rather
right.
work your
Yeah, I'd rather work my 7 to 5 job.
That sounds like a great idea. I'm very happy that you
I'm
found
having
your
a good time
happiness
there.
in
My
life.
boss bought me a Sprite today, so it was pretty. He bought me 2 Sprites.
Whoa.
Now that I think about it, there was
So
one on my
pretty good
desk when I got to
looking out,
work.
So
So things are going pretty well. So if you guys think you can take me on in Mario 35, you can. It's available from October 1st to I think March 1st, 2021.
I feel like this is exactly what's going to happen. Is that you're
Mhm.
going to get it,
Mhm.
you're going to play it for like a day,
Mhm.
you're going to suck at it, and you're going to throw it aside, and you're going to say, "I'm never going to play this again because this game's stupid. And who would ever want to play this?"
Let me just make one, and if I could just make one tiny detail change in your story, it is that I get it. I play it, master it in one day, and then put it to the side because it's no fun. It's like it'd be playing like versus Ninja on Fortnite. You'd be like, this isn't fun. So I take the high road and I push it to the side because I'm too good, and it's not fair for all the people who are wanting to try and have fun with their families or friends. And so then I am actually the hero of this story. Some could call me the real life Mario.
Alex, which do you think is probably more likely?
No comment.
His mic cut out. He thinks I'm right, so I'll just go ahead and fill you in. His mic cut out there for a second, so
We'll let the audience decide.
let's vote the poll.
Yeah, there you go. There's your poll. Is JJ shit at games or not?
Oh, that's not the question because that's too vague
That's way
and
too
broad.
vague.
That's a broad. I am great at games, mind you, but
Like what?
just
Other-
like every like just
other
like
than
like coming off at the top of my head, like just like every game.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like, let me take a look at what I got. I got Counter-Strike Global Offense, mastered it. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, mastered it. Pokemon the Trading Card Game Online, mastered it. Metal Slug 1, 3, X, mastered it. Slapshot, I might be the best in our friend group. Golf it, I've got tons of wins. Minecraft, got the crown. Valorant, trash game. Star Wars Battlefront 2, fantastic. Balloons Tower Defense 6. Boom, dude, it's just golden. Risk of Rain 2, I just beat it the other day with my friends. Disc Jam, I'm nothing but professional. All right, Street Fighter 5, bring it on, 1v1 me. Okay, Spelunky, gone. Fall Guys, dude, I stopped playing Fall Guys because it's the same thing. I'm too good.
No, you stop playing because you're not good at it at all.
That's not true, and you can't prove it.
No,
you can't prove it
because there's plenty of streams.
Because what I'm seeing right here, what I'm seeing is an argument between my word and your words, and who has my hands? I do. So who would know best?
Yeah, I'm gonna say no on that one. I've played games with you, and you're not that good. So,
it's just up to the audience to decide.
I guess that is exactly the case. This honestly was kind of a shit skit, so we're good. Let's move on.
So yeah. Oh, but also they got basically almost every Mario game on the Switch now.
Look, I'm not gonna be happy until Super Mario Baseball's on there.
Me too.
Yeah.
I would also
Same.
I would settle for Strikers. They put tennis on there. They remade Mario Tennis. Who? Nintendo. I know you're listening. Doug Bowser. Let me talk to you for a second. Let me holler at you.
Christ.
Doug Bowser, president of the CEO of Nintendo USA. Hello, Doug. Why tennis? Let me look at you right now. Do you know America at all? Baseball is the American sport, and you put tennis on the Switch. This dog is going hard trying to get this mic. It is trying to eat this mic like Augustus Gloop from the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory first movie starring Gene Wilder.
There you go.
I almost said Simmons. Tennis, though? Why tennis? Because if you take a look globally, your global sales, what game do you want to reproduce? Guys, with the fighting in the background, you're going to knock over all my pictures? Really? You're going to show my books and stuff?
Yeah, well, we all know you don't read, so you're fine.
Most of those are from college, so I was forced to read them. But even globally, you're going to look at globally, what are you going to re-release? Soccer is the most popular sport in the world.
Jacob, I'm going to need you to straighten out your shirt a little bit. I mean, if you're leaning back and you're going to show it off, show it off.
Sorry. Do you need me to show off these guns too, or is that should I know? Should I cancel that?
We'll get demonetized.
Yeah,
okay, sorry about that. Sorry.
Yeah.
But soccer is the most popular sport globally, and Super Mario Strikers is actually a really fun game. In America, most popular sport is baseball. One would assume it's called America's pastime, right? It's not.
football.
What is it? Well,
It's
football's actually trash, so I would go with baseball. And they've never made,
baseball too.
but they've never made a Mario football game. They've just made Mario baseball, soccer, and tennis. Tennis was the first Mario sports game, so I guess that's the only reason why they remade it. But if you're going to go off money and what you want your best sales to be, you probably go soccer. But then it is also on the Switch and it does have the Joy-Con abilities, like kind of like Wii Tennis. But still, it's just a bad call. Just a bad call.
That way you can swing the bat.
Yeah, you can swing the bat. You can throw a ball. You're right. We're better at it. Hire us.
Baseball's actually above basketball? What?
That actually makes sense. A little bit. But I do believe basketball is growing to a point where it's going to be passing it very soon.
I would agree with that.
Well, basketball's bigger. Well, I actually wouldn't say it's bigger worldwide than baseball, because baseball is actually really big in like Latin America and Korea and
Japan for sure.
Mm-hmm. So,
But also the game that I'm trying to get to, Mario Kart Live. So you get a set of 4 like checkpoints that you put around your house. They're kind of like arches, and it comes with the game and a Mario RC car that has a camera on top of it. And it is an augmented reality game that you play on your Switch, and you make the course in your house. Dude, nice mute to sneeze, dog.
I saved it.
Dude, that was a quick mute, man. Hell yeah.
I could feel it coming.
So you make the Mario Kart course in your house. It's amazing. And it still has all the power-ups and stuff. And it's just, and I would have to try it hands-on to see how good it is. But from the gameplay that they showed, which totally could be doctored up, the augmented reality looked great. It looked so good, the AR. And the ability to create the courses in your own house. Kind of need a lot of real estate to do it, from what it kind of showed in the trailer. You kind of need to have a big area in order to make this course work. Which, you know, some houses are smaller than others. I know that I can't even really think other than like a straight line. Did you just stare deeply into the camera, Delivan?
We talked about doing it at some point. Not one of us has done it, so I did it.
I just looked up to the camera.
The story has just continued on to the point of boring that I was just like,
well, shit, let's cancel it then. Hell, I didn't know it was that bad. I'm just talking about Mario. It's Mario Kart V. It's AR Mario Kart. You make it in your house. That's awesome. It comes with a toy.
Wrap it up.
Wrap
it up.
Whatever. Delvin, do the outro. This sucks. You guys suck. Kais would be excited to talk to me about this. Cole would talk.
No. I'm excited to talk to you.
My mom wants to be on the podcast. She'll talk about Mario.
That's all you've ever talked to her about for like probably 25 years?
It's literally the only thing I've ever brought up to her. She just found out I was married the other day.
That's probably true, actually.
Believable.
Oh, yeah, definitely believable. Yeah, so anyways, on our outro, the funny thing is...
Unless, Alex, do you have a topic that you want to talk about before we leave?
Alex, topic.
I'm out, sorry.
Cool. So here's the funny thing. Since we're doing this here and I didn't plan on doing this, I don't have the actual card.
You don't have your card that you usually read.
I'm going to wing it, and it's going to be great. We would sure like it if you would follow us on Twitter at Can't Sit Still Pod. If you would also, another thing that I don't know that we did or didn't do, I haven't seen any suggestions for stories that have come through. Did you see anything, Jacob? I would highly doubt. We would really love it if you guys would send us some stories, because we want to be able to use some of your stories. Ideally so that we can fill in for Alex, because clearly he can't find any stories or anything like that.
True.
If you do the work for him, he might show up more often. Who knows?
Don't count on it.
Probably not. Anyways, you can send those stories to Can't Sit Still Podcast at G. Actually, I'm
Can't Sit Still Pod.
Thank you, Jacob. See, this is why I need the card. But yeah,
you want me to run down to the garage and go get it?
No, I do not want that at any point. You won't be back until tomorrow, and we can't afford that. But what we would like you to do is go ahead and email us, and we would also like you to rate the podcast if you haven't. You can listen to it on Spotify. You can listen to it on Apple Podcasts. Really just go to Anchor. There's 7 different platforms that you're able to listen to it on, and if you could listen to it, we would really appreciate any feedback that you guys would send us. If you guys like the shirts, we would like you to tell us if you like the shirts.
Don't like these shirts, please. Look
We aren't a huge fan of these shirts.
did not turn out at all.
they-
But that's part of it, is that how bad they turned out compared to the
Yeah.
picture that they look like? Because you showed me what they were supposed to look like. This ain't that.
No, not at all. For some reason, there's a line, and I don't get the line.
What's
If there
the
wasn't a
line?
line,
What's the line there for?
Like if the line wasn't there, it would actually be like a good looking.
No,
shirt.
because it looks worse in person than it
does
does
it?
on camera.
yeah, it's a little lighter than it was supposed to be, but that's
It's grainy.
yeah.
Oh,
Like it
okay.
didn't scale up well. It probably would have looked great as like a pocket thing. Guys, with the fucking dogs running around, really? Can you guys calm it down for like 5 more minutes?
We're almost there. You take care of them. The next thing that I would like to go ahead and point out is that we have another podcast. If you guys would be interested in listening to it, it's the Nuggets of Nothing podcast. JJ is on there, and what we do is we go through and we run through different things that we've learned over the week, and we tell you guys about it, and we tell you what it is that why it's applicable to your life, and or whether or not it's funny. But that one's up to you. We can't really tell you if it's funny. We could try.
It's just
wouldn't do us
interesting
any
stuff.
good.
It's
Yeah,
just
just
interesting.
interesting stuff.
If you like to learn,
And Alex won't be there, so
True. So
we're
if you-
good there.
It'd be
dude,
great.
mine's health related this week.
Yours is health related. Oh,
I
cool.
see you a message. I changed my topic.
Yeah, I saw it. It is health related.
You killed me. All right. Well, good news is mine is not. So I know that we aren't going to double up on it.
Hey, Alex, have you listened to those podcasts at all?
Weird. We were just wrapping up,
Weird.
and you're asking me questions. Yeah, weird.
Anyways, we appreciate everybody listening. We really love doing this, and we want to continue to do it. So, thank you very much for listening. And Jacob, Alex,
I greatly apologize for you having to look at our faces. If you did watch the video podcast,
we're gonna refine it. We're gonna
refine our faces.
You probably saw when my wife walked
yeah.
into the frame wearing a bra.
We're definitely gonna have to refine our faces. Mine for sure. I look like a 70s killer.
I need a haircut.
I look like I am a professional WoW streamer with this beard.
Well, apparently you're a professional Mario streamer, so
You know, here's the thing about that.
oh god.
I could be.
And
anyways,
you mind cutting it out? Everybody, see ya.
Bye.
Bye. Okay.